right, Sarah. There's breathing room.
Whether you think it was a good putt or not, it was a smart putt.
Okay, explain why.
Well, you've got to hit it. You've got to be by the hole. Otherwise, he has a chance of 4 putting.
Yeah.
Now there's no way he's going to take any more than 2 putts from where he is.
He wants to come up at it.
He's got to come up with the second putt.
Notice he had another look at the scoreboard there, just to double check that he was, in fact, a couple of strokes ahead.
Well, just to be sure what Simpson did at 17.
Absolutely.
Well, they're watching right now at 7 o'clock tomorrow morning in Japan and 11 o'clock tonight in London and many other places around the world. First bogey of the day, and he's the champion again.
Check that scoreboard again.
Well, there's no great jubilation yet. He's still a little concerned that perhaps he might have blown it, but I think he's going to be all right, unless somebody holds their second shot, the 17th or the 18th.
A round of 70 for Curtis Strange, even par today. 1 birdie on 16, 1 bogey on 18. And the Cool Virginian, I think, is an appropriate name for this man. He's rock solid. Well, that's the moment. Well, they're getting used to this embrace at the end of U.S. Opens, those two. They have 2 children. It's a great Father's Day again for Curtis Strange.
One of the other players there, Peter Jacobson. There's hugs all around here.
Yes. Now he must go in and check the scorecard. His responsibility that it is correct. You always recall, of course, Roberto De Vicenzo signing an improper scorecard at the Masters and missing an opportunity to tie for that title with Bob Goldberg. Whether he would have won the playoff or not, no one knows. Now Roger Twyble with Mark McCumber.
Thank you very much, Jim. Mark with a 1 under 69, 1 under for the championship. And Mark, you said you were hitting the ball great. You got off to a great start, but the putter didn't work early.
Roger, like most U.S. Opens, putting is quite a test on these greens, and today they got a little quicker. Hit the ball really close the first 3 holes and made pars. I missed about a 3-footer for birdie on 2 and 10-footers on 1 and 3, but held rock solid. I 3-putted 9 from about 30 feet, and 13 I had a turn of events. I thought the first putt was going to be very quick going down the hill. It stayed about 2.5 feet above the hole. I hit a putt that I'd like to hit it the same way again. This did a complete 360 on me, and that ends up being the difference.
You made good putts at 14 and 16. Then you came to the 18th, hit a good drive. Little question about which club you were going to hit. We heard you and your caddy discussing that.
Well, the 18th is a very severe hole. Maybe too severe for the length of the second shot. It's extremely hard hitting a long iron into that green. I was between 5 and 6. I felt that to maintain a chance to win the Open, I had to hit a club that just got to the front of the green and stayed below the hole. And even though I accomplished that, I still had a putt that was going to break 3 or 4 feet, and I just didn't read it properly.
And you were also concerned if you hit the putt where you had to hit it, you might have even a longer putt coming back.
Well, believe it or not, I was more concerned with making the putt because I wasn't worried about finishing second or third. I would have probably been a conservative 2-putt, except that I noticed that Curtis had already got to 3 under. I needed to get to 2. I thought I'd have a chance.
Well, Mark, nice playing. Congratulations on this year's Open. Okay, Mark McCumber, let's go back to Jim McKay.
Well done, Mark McCumber. Now, having awarded this championship to Curtis Strange, if Scott Simpson should put this ball in the hole, we would have a tie.
He's 170 yards, a pretty shaky lie. He's going to have to play a real good shot to get it on the green. Of course, you never know.
Such things have happened. Hawaiian Open when Aoki put one in the hole from the fairway. Snatch victory.
Not going to get there.
Nope. Nope. It's all over. Curtis Strange has won his second. Say it officially now. Finished with the scorecard.
We'll get right here. The only thing right this second. Yeah, ABC.
At this moment, Jack, when you've won the Open, it's a bit of stunned stuff right now.
You're trying to collect yourself. You're trying to find out, where am I going next? What's going to happen to me now? Everybody's doing everything, but nobody really sits back and enjoys the moment.
Yeah.
He'll enjoy it later.
Later on tonight, huh?
Yes, he will.
And for quite a while. Tom Kite still laboring his way home. I'll have to try to forget about this day.
Good playing by some other people, though, too. I mean, Mark McCumber was very good. Chip Beck and Ian Woosnam. Woosnam, I'm delighted for him. He came in fine style. And Clark he got through the championship at 280. That's level par, which is very. Paul Azinger, well, he finished 3 over. But some very good, strong stuff towards the end of play today, which will please many of them.
Among the leaders, Strange had an even par 70. Chip Beck had 68. Woosnam had 68. McCumber had 69. Those 3 under par. Scott Simpson, at the moment, is 4 over on today's round. Brian Clark shot 69 to come in at even par. Subpar rounds for the day. Ballesteros at 69. Robert Wren also, as did D.A. Weibring, Brian Clark, and Mark McCumber. 68s. Steve Elkington of Australia, Hubert Green, Woozy, and Chip Beck. So, 9 rounds under par today. As we take a look at all of the scores here. Hal Sutton was in this championship for a while. Scott Taylor is the only club pro who made the cut. He played very well. Greg Norman there at 9 over. Aoki at 9 over. Larry Mize, former Masters champion. Davis Love, 9 over. Played well today. Joey Sindelar was a contender here for a while. He's from this area. Jack Nicklaus at 10 over. That's a collector's item for you. You haven't seen that too often in the United States Open Championship. Richard Zokol of Canada. Steve Pate, no kin to Jerry. Hale Irwin, a twice winner of this competition. Bernhard Langer, who was right there tied for the lead on opening day. And it all came apart. Mark Calcavecchia thought he had a good chance when he came in here. David Graham, a former champion. Greg Lesher, the low amateur, the only amateur to make the cut. He finished at 16 over. There's Kurt Beck, no kin to Chip. But the only name that they'll be speaking tonight and tomorrow around the world of golf is this one, Curtis Strange, who has emulated one of the greatest ever to play the game, Ben Hogan, by winning 2 in a row. Not quite over. This is a live shot. This is Tom Kite. Packing it in.
Third shot, Jim.
It was his 3rd shot, however. Yeah, right, Peter.
And a happy day for Tom.
What do you say to yourself after a day like this, Peter?
Well, you must sort of wonder whether or not they're right. You just don't have the temperament or the feel, or the gods are against you. He seems to have everything to win this event, or a major event. He had a great chance, you remember, to win the British Open at St George's when Sandy Lowell won and came apart at the seams when the going got a bit tough, and yet he can go and win other tournaments, but perhaps the magic isn't there.
But both he and Scott Simpson are going to get standing ovations here. Again, it speaks for the people who follow the game of golf. That for a man who may shoot 79 today, huh? Now he's going to be coming downhill at it. Not where he wanted to be if he could avoid it. Going to take a break. We'll be back to finish it up. And Curtis Strange again is the United States Open golf champion. 1 stroke ahead of Chip Beck, Ian Woosnam of Wales, and Mark McCumber of Florida. Scott Simpson still playing there, and it appears he's going to probably bogey this hole. He's with Tom Kite. This for a par. Well, a fine way to finish. It's a round of 78 for Tom Kite. He finishes at 3 over for the championship. He couldn't quite grab the brass ring. 18 U.S. Opens. He's never won it. He's never won a major. And yet within the next year or so, he could be the leading money winner of all time. Trevino is still the only one to have played 4 rounds in the U.S. Open under 70. Scott Simpson for his par. And he's got it. A round of 74. Excuse me, bogey, yes. 75 for him. He finishes at 1 over. In a tie for 6th place with Jumbo Ozaki of Japan, behind Strange, Chip Beck, Woosnam, McCumber, and Brian Clark did himself proud in this championship.